First movement we're going to look at is just reversing the truck position. And this is something that's pretty commonly taught, but it's something that we want to go over because as we're doing many of the other defenses that I'm going to talk about in the future videos, this is a movement that we can always be threatening with or using at any time where the opportune moment presents itself. So what we're first going to do is just here from basically that truck position. As Kevin's got his shin in behind my knee, my goal is to lift his hips up higher than mine, extend my leg out towards the end of the lever, and adjust my hip to get my shin in the back behind his knee, so that now I can reverse the position. Notice that this is our spines running parallel to each other like this. If Kevin has the shin in behind my knee and has managed to elevate my hips in the air and has now gotten to this perpendicular T configuration where he has now fully set up the truck, I'm pretty fucked from here. I don't have any options. I don't have many options, and I don't have the ability to use a strong, like if I just extend my leg with a leg press motion, nothing happens here. My ability to try and get back to this position, that's gonna be my goal, but I'm very limited in my options. So we're first just doing it from here, because this is gonna be our battlegrounds that we can start to have an equal fight with. Because my leg is still in a leg press alignment, I wanna be able to use this to my advantage. I wanna move up towards the end of the lever rather than just stomping here mid-calf on Kevin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point my ankle out a bit here so that I can start extending my leg out in this direction towards his ankle. I can make that a lot more uncomfortable for him and make it difficult for him to control. Obviously keeping my leg up high so that he's unable to go for a calf slicer. If I'm just kind of curling this way and putting it here, he could grab my leg, and now I gotta defend a calf slicer. So here I'm extending out this hand, framing here at his knee. This arm is creating a post behind his hips. And I'll show you another angle in a sec, making sure that I can keep his hips up and also help keep pushing him up onto his neck. His hips are much higher now. Now because of this angle that I've created with Kevin's hips, if he was to extend his legs curling up into my leg, he just pushes me up into the air because of how his body is now aligned. I don't care if he pushes me upwards because, once again, do it, Kevin, I don't actually move. The problem is when he's here and he's actually gonna be now extending my knee up behind my head and I rotate this direction. That really sucks for me. So by me angling his hips up, scoot over, I'm able to change the direction of force that he's generating and make it quite useless for him. So here, adjust myself out. This hand comes behind his hips. I can even put both hands behind his hips, almost like I'm trying to roll him into a back roll. Now at this point, if he did have to back roll because I got him so jammed up, it's really easy for me to just adjust my hip angle. So here, hips are up, this is curling down. At this point, once I've gotten this angle, my foot can migrate a little more to the inside if it wants to. I might even be able to, because of how his alignment's broken from here, just start putting in a hook right now. Now I already have one hook established and I'm able to now look to drop his hips down as I just move my hips out to the side so he falls into that space and take the back. But most of the time, we can't actually lift somebody this much. But I'm just trying to the best that I can. Keep my leg out this way. Here, I don't need my other leg reinforcing it immediately because I have my leg in this leg press alignment. If my leg starts to get bent up like this is where I want to reinforce it just to make sure that I'm protecting my knee. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust my hip angle, and as I do, I'm going to bring my shin in behind his knee by withdrawing my knee slightly, like that. Just by doing that, this now gives me the ability to start pushing his hips away and now controlling the other side of his body the whole time so I can move to the back. So it's a really easy drill for both of us to do because we're able to just kind of go one for one. So as we're here, Kevin's able to extend, adjust his hip, get in here. I immediately look to start controlling, get myself back to a parallel position, extending out, here, adjusting. Now Kevin goes, gets in behind, gets in behind. One more time. So it's not a 50-50 battle. Obviously, the person that is in the dominant control with the shin in behind our knee pit is going to be able to control the lever to the hip better, and is going to be able to make life really difficult for us. But with just a slight hip angle switch and by withdrawing our shin down to the back of their knee, we can reverse the position back into our favor. So It's a very essential drill. Get comfortable with it, and it's going to make it easier for you guys to be able to kind of decipher what's going on in the rolling back attack and truck position, because that's kind of what really throws people off at first, is that it's disorientating. And so the more time you spend here in that position and kind of learn the ins and outs of it, you're going to be much more comfortable doing the follow sequences that I'm going to be talking about next.